Hello, I'm Karla McLaren, and today I'd like to talk about dynamic emotional integration, which is the applied work that I developed from my books, The Language of Emotions and The Art of Empathy. And in dynamic emotional integration, the first thing that everyone does is a 4-course self-care program, which takes 5 months. There are 4 courses, 3 of them are month-long courses. We meet each week from Monday through Friday, and we have one 1-hour webinar at a couple of different times so that people in different time zones can take them. So you basically work on your own. You talk to us in the forums, we type and we talk to each other, and then we meet each week. And we record these meetings so that if you have to miss one, it will still be there for you, and we upload it. It's a private recording that you can only see on the site where dynamic emotional integration is taught, which is empathyacademy.org. The 3rd cohort starts on Monday, June 5th, and everyone in the cohorts are the group of people who start the course and end the course together. So it's a cohort model, and everyone starts on Monday, June 5th, and some people go through the 4-course self-care track, and then others, having gone through the self-care track, then decide to go on to the licensing tracks, which I'll talk about next week. In self-care, what we're doing is looking at the language of emotions, which covers the 17 different emotions that I identify in my work, and you learn how to work with each one. We start from people having read the language of emotions, and we go from there. So it's not like a read-along course. It is more, now you understand the basics, let's go further. And we have a good time. The 1st course is focused on language of emotions. The 2nd course, Deeper Inquiry, is focused on the deeper aspects of the language of emotions, what I call the raging rapids emotions: hatred, rage, panic, the suicide urge, grief, right? So we get to know each other in the 1st month, and then we go deeper. The 3rd course is called Exploring the Art of Empathy, and that one, we use my book, The Art of Empathy, to look at the 6 essential aspects of empathy and really understand, where do you fall on this 6 aspects model? If you have trouble with empathy, where? And we teach you how to work with that specific thing so that you can be more comfortable, right? If you have trouble with empathy, it's too much empathy or it's not enough. We can still work with it, right? And then the 4th course is self-care, and it's a 6-week course with a weekend online retreat that is just strangely wonderful. We wondered how we were going to do a retreat with people in entirely different time zones, but through the magic of the internet, we are able to make just a beautiful retreat that everyone can join in on. And we post pictures to the forum, and we get together a number of times on the webinar program, and we check in with each other. It's just lovely. So at the end of 5 months, you will have worked on the 17 emotions, the 6 aspects of empathy, the 5 main empathic mindfulness skills, and taken care of yourself, in a really empathic community, and in a way that it's not just sort of getting a massage, which is awesome, but you're developing skills that will last you the rest of your life. And so that's the self-care program. It's a 5-month program. It is starting on Monday, June 5th, as I said. And the way the courses go is that you start on Monday with the curriculum, and you go through and read at your own pace. And you engage in the forums on your own time, in your own time zone. And then we meet on the webinar called Zoom. It is a communal process. It is an empathic engagement process. But if you are just doing self-care and you know it, you can be as invisible as you like, and you can kind of come along with us as an invisible participant. But with self-care, the reason we start that way is that if people are going to go on to licensing, we want to know for sure that they don't just understand the concepts by having read them, right? That they've lived them for 5 months, that they have gone through, a lot of times we'll just go through difficulties together, and if there's a problem in your life, you don't have to drop out. We make room for real life at Empathy Academy. And so you will have seen others learning these skills and dealing with these concepts, and you'll see the different ways that people access them and the different ways that people understand them. So that as you go on into the 2 licensing tracks of consulting and training, you'll have a very good idea of how people need to learn these skills or learn these concepts in a way that really works for them. And the answer is there's a lot of different ways that people need to learn. Some people need to read, some people need to experience things, some people need both. I find that I'm a massive reader and I can experience things through reading, right? But a lot of people can't. They really need to have their hands on it. So we work together as a community to learn together, to grow together, and we create friendships based on knowing each other in ways that a lot of people never get to, which is through our emotions, through our struggles with emotions, through our empathy, through our struggles with empathy, through our triumphs, through our crankiness, through our loves, and through any of the emotions that we work with, which is all of them. So if you want to engage with the community, it's going to be awesome. And if you need your privacy, that's fine. If you're just going through self-care, doing this in a private way is perfectly acceptable. So go over to Empathy Academy. I've got the link below this video. And take a look at the self-care and the About page for dynamic emotional integration and see if you'd like to apply. We'd love to have you there. I'll see you next week and we'll talk about the licensing programs. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.